Basketball action this Saturday afternoon features Ray Parks up against Dwight Ramos as the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins host Levanga Hokkaido. Welcome to our B.LEAGUE season 2022-2023 here this Sunday afternoon. Anthony Sutay with the coverage, and we've got the rematch between these two squads. They played yesterday, and today they face each other once again in that Saturday affair. Nagoya won 107-83 over Levanga. So Levanga wants to be able to come back with a better showing here. But for Nagoya, they want to be able to get back-to-back victories here. They're doing quite well at the start of the season, and they'd like to be able to just pick up where they left off yesterday. We're going to take a look at the B.LEAGUE standings here. You can see Hokkaido at 2-5, and we have Nagoya with the exact opposite at 5-2. Well, for Nagoya, they do have a very good start, and they'd like to keep it going. Their fans have been so happy with their performance here this season, but they'd like to be able to have that lofty spot. But you can see Ryukyu there with a 6-1 card, and so they do have some catching up to do. Some of the highlights of yesterday's affair. Parks didn't really do too much scoring, but picking his pocket there was Dwight Ramos. Dwight Ramos actually finished yesterday with 4 steals. He had a better stat line. He finished with 14 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds, and 4 steals. But the problem is, his squad lost, and they lost big. Looking at the line of Ray Parks, only scored 2 points, but he had 2 assists, he had 5 rebounds, and 1 steal. So he did it all for his squad. But Cody Clark was on fire yesterday, and so why not feed him the ball? He finished with 36 huge points. He also added 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal. And now we're going to have the squad here of Levanga Hokkaido. When you take a look at Levanga's squad, they will be, once again, looking forward to good performances from Dwight Ramos. Another one of their imports, Alex Murphy, number 5. They have Brock Motum, their Australian national team member. He's number 12. They also have number 21, Sean Long. So those are the 4 key players that they have acquired for this season. As we have the starters for their squad, they're going to start out with Ryoma Hashimoto. Number 2, Dwight Ramos. Number 5, Alex Murphy now will be starting. Usually, he comes off the bench. They also have number 8, Koyo Takahashi, who is a regular starter. And then they have Brock Motum in the starting lineup as well. So coming off the bench for their squad will be Sean Long. Usually, it's Sean Long starting. Here's Dwight Ramos. That was in yesterday's affair. As we mentioned, he had 4 steals. Not to mention the fact that he was scoring from all over the court. They're trying to key on him, but he still got his points, forcing the issue there. And it worked. That's up against the much bigger Harimoto. Harimoto stands at 6'6". Dwight Ramos at 6'4". But Cody Clark, yesterday he was like a man on a mission. He couldn't be stopped. But he was also helped out there by number 12, Taito Nakahigashi. Nakahigashi finished with 14 points. He also had 2 rebounds. But it was his outside sniping that really helped his squad. There you can see, knocking down that 3. All by his lonesome there. He likes to patrol the baseline. So you've got to be very wary of him. Trying to look for some easy baskets, and that last one you could see was an easy basket. So we're going to focus now on these 2 individuals all throughout the game. You have Nakahigashi, number 12 on the left, and number 2, Dwight Ramos on the right. Scoring-wise, much better there for Dwight Ramos, but field goal percentage is exceptional here for Nakahigashi at 53.7%. From 3-point distance, look at that, 50%. Yesterday we talked about some players at 45%, but 50 is out of this world. 27% shooting from downtown there for Dwight Ramos. He'd like to be able to improve that if he can. And now, after introducing the starters of the visiting squad, we now have the home team, the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. As we take a look first at the Game 1 stats, then you can see Nagoya shot so much better. 58% as compared to 49% from 2, and 46% as compared to 25% from 3. There you got a good look there at Coach Sako Kenichi. He's going to be locking brains with Sean Dennis. Can't really see the referees there because we're still waiting for the lights to come on. But our officials here for today, we've got referee Horiuchi, referee Kume, and referee Obata. Once again, let's take a look at the starters. You heard the starters a while ago. For the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, they're going to start out with number 1, Ray Parks Jr., number 2, Saito. We've got Cody Clark, their top scorer yesterday. They also starting out with Maurice Endure, number 5, and number 12, who we talked about earlier, Nakahigashi, who was on fire yesterday as well. For Levanga Hokkaido, they're starting out with Hashimoto, Ramos, Murphy, Takeuchi, and Motum. Nice look there at Saito. Takumi Saito, one of the headiest point guards here in the B-League. At one point in time, after 4 games, he was averaging 12 assists. To average in points in double digits, that's impressive. But to average double digits in assists, that's even more so. First attempt here for the visiting squad that's in white, Levanga Hokkaido, who lost yesterday, 107-83. Looking to bounce back. Open 3 from the wing, not gonna work. Quick rebound there by Endure, and he gives it up. Look for Saito to create once again, as he always does. Finds Cody Clark. Is Cody Clark just as scorching as he was yesterday? We'll find out. Up against Dwight Ramos. He's got the size mismatch there. There's a little switch. Well, he found 2 points. It was difficult, but nonetheless, he scores. There are days and weekends that you feel that nobody can stop you, and right now, obviously, he does. Motum from the outside will miss. Parks with his first board. He'll bring it down. He can also try to create. Puts up a 3. He'll come up short there. Didn't really need to score yesterday. Settled for just 2 points. Inside, Motum will come up short. Well, you like the aggressiveness. That was actually Alex Murphy this time. Nice play inside. Once again, we talked about Nakahigashi always patrolling the baseline. They found him easily there inside. It's now 4-0. Trying to settle themselves down as quickly as they possibly can. Talking about Levanga. They go to Motum. Motum with the floater. Works. They're on the board. Decent outing for Motum yesterday. 9 points, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. Albeit in a losing effort. Here's Nakahigashi. Saito had to pick up his dribble. He was in the land of the trees. Foul's going to be called there. Not a very good foul on Takahashi. It's going to be very difficult though for him to stay in step with Saito. Saito's just too quick. He was trying to reach in and quickly. Saito knew that he had the baseline. First personal foul there. And first team foul as well for Levanga. That's a 5-second violation. Saito telling Parks, you've got a curl. Actually, there were 2 players that went to the basketball and it was just too tight. First turnover here for the boys in red. Chance of defense here from the fans at the Dolphins arena. Motum gives it up. Up on top to Ryoma. Hashimoto is their starting point guard. Ramos up against Parks. He had the better of that head-to-head matchup against his fellow Filipino. That's gonna count, they say. They unleash Parks. In the open court, he gets away. He just streaked down court after he saw the basket made by Levanga, and he scored. Here's Dwight trying to answer. Finds Motum. Motum gets denied. And we're going the other way. Quick pace being employed by both these squads. They both want to run. They thrive in the open court. Parks once again. Parks looks like he's a little bit more offensive-minded today. He's got another basket inside there. He's got 2 layups for a total of 4 points. Ray Parks wants to make up for a dismal scoring output yesterday, but he didn't need to score, remember. His team won running away. Dwight Ramos. Door shut on him there by Nakahigashi. He'll give it up. Ryoma. Ryoma puts up a 3. Yes! Ryoma on target early here. Brings that lead just down to 1. Cody Clark from downtown hits. He's still on fire from yesterday. He's now got a total of 6 points to lead all scorers. Back up to a 4-point lead for Nagoya. Ryoma finds Murphy. Murphy glides. Nice look inside. Finds Motum, but butterfingers that time. Motum looking at the bench and saying, you can challenge. I don't think Coach Saka would want to challenge this early. Just take the turnover. There's a lot of basketball to be played. Trying to go inside to Endure. And Motum will be called for his first personal foul. It's going to be the third team foul on Hokkaido. Clearly a hold there. Endure likes to be able to set himself inside that paint. When he gets that ball, almost impossible to stop him. Endure on the outside. Not really his comfort zone. Back to Saito. Saito trying to use his speed and his savvy once again. Puts up a long one and hits! First three here for Takumi Saito. And look at him there, sticking like a leech to Ryoma. It's now a 7-point advantage at 14-7. Clark. Clark still. Endure. That's a quick handoff. That's a kickball. But you can see what Saito was thinking. And Endure was looking forward to a slam here. Foul will be called on Sean Long, who just checked in. Sean Long used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers. That was in 2017 in the NBA. And he's now taking his talents here to Japan. Parks kicks it out. Takahigashi. Parks will claim. Parks to try to attack once again. Fall away for Ray Parks. A little bit too strong. Endures there. Now, taking matters into his own hands. He'll knock that medium range jumper down. And that lead has now ballooned to 9. And chance of defense. Remember, they won yesterday, making their move in the second period. Now trying to make their move early here in the first. Getting away is Alex Murphy. Now Endure once again. Protecting that 7-point edge. Cody Clark going to work once again. Tries to spin, gets away, lays it up with the left hand. He got away with a little chicken wing there. And that's what Alex Murphy's complaining about. But right now, already 8 points here for Cody Clark. Ramos bringing it down, looking for space. Pocket pass, a little bit too tight that time. Endure on the break, finds Clark. Clark will get away. Clark now in double digits, and a timeout will have to be called here by Hokkaido as they find themselves down by 11. Back to the action here at Dolphins Arena, and things looking good here for Nagoya as they're up by 11, 20-9. Half a quarter gone here. Long with a handoff. Long met up high. Murphy's gonna get fouled there by Parks. That's gonna stop play here for a little bit. Watch this replay. Rifling a pass down, and Murphy had only one thing in mind, which is attack the basket. Parks is going to pick up his first personal. That's also going to be the first personal foul of Nagoya. So one personal, one team foul. A little bit too strong that time from Alex Murphy. Murphy had very good numbers of 15 points, 5 rebounds yesterday. Takumi Saito has been rested here by Coach Sean Dennis, and in is their regular backup point guard, Tatsuya Ito, who's not as lethal from the outside, but he's just as quick. Look at the pass. Parks will get away, gets another layup to drop, and Ray Parks has got 6 points here in the first period alone. He only had 2 yesterday. Wanting to really help his team offensively here this afternoon. 22-9. Medium range jumper will fall short. Parks tracks that one down. And here's Ito. Very similar style of play between Ito and Saito. Ito's gonna miss there. They're able to save that one. Levanga is. Here comes Dwight Ramos. Dwight Ramos still in the open court. Takes it strong and scores! Coast-to-coast drive there by Dwight Ramos. But his team still down by 11. Ito will slow things down just a bit. Scott Etherton has checked in. Usually a starter. Today coming off the bench, tries to bully his way. Well, Etherton there was trying to force the issue. That's the right call. He touched it last. Checking back in is Nakahigashi. Suda's in the ball game for the very first time as well. That's Yutaro Suda. Usually a starter, but today they had him coming off the bench. Usually starts together with Nakahigashi. But they had Parks coming off the bench. Now Parks was a starter today. Asking for a foul. And you can understand where he's coming from. He came out of nowhere to grab that rebound, but he fell out of bounds. Asking the referees to say it was a slight nudge. That was Yuta Matsushita. Watch it here. Comes out of nowhere, but there was really hardly any push. That was just his momentum. Ito. And now wait for the rest of the troops. Harimoto has checked in. We talked about Harimoto when we were talking about the highlights of game number 1. Inside-outside basketball. They kick it out. Harimoto can hit that. But he'll bring it closer. His layup a little bit too strong. Foul going to be taken there by Ito. Just to stop play. That will be their third team foul. His first. That's a pretty good foul. With about 2 minutes remaining, they still have one more foul to give. And in now, the backup point guard here for Levanga Hokkaido, Shuto Terazono. Another one of those speedsters that they have here in Japan. Dwight Ramos puts up a 3. Good line. Knocks that one down. Dwight Ramos on fire here in the first period. That's going to cut the lead down to 8. Under 2 minutes to be played. They lay it down. Etherton felt the contact, and Long will pick up a personal here. That's going to be the third team foul now of Hokkaido. Twice he made a swipe. First was pretty good. He made contact with the basketball. Second was clearly a foul. And a smart move there by Scott to just put it up. On the free throw now. Free throw line now is Etherton. He easily makes the first. He's got a very good percentage from there. Well, the fans of Nagoya have been cheering themselves hoarse since yesterday. They want 2 wins here today. They want their squad to get to 6-2 with a victory. Etherton will make both. It's now a 10-point lead. Takahashi will check in once again. He was a starter. Suda. Look at the double team up high. Almost forcing a turnover. And eventually it is. No, it's not. Terrazona is able to get it out. Shot clock. Still at 9. They have more than enough time. Motum coming out. Trying to play the two-man game. Terrazona with a prayer. No. Motum's there. That's going to drop. Suda will wait for the rest of the troops. Finds Scott on the upside. Nakahigashi. Turning the corner. Nakahigashi puts up a prayer. And a foul's going to be called on Scott. Pushing out a much smaller Matsushita there. Matsushita. You can see him there. Trying to box out and he just gets shoved out of the way. Under a minute to be played. 59.5 to be exact. Both teams with still one more foul to give. That's clearly a push there from Ito. That's going to be their last foul that they can give up here without yielding any free throws. Not quite sure why he did that. Yes, he got beaten by Terrazono, but there was help defense anyway. Coming in to stop him was Harimoto. He could have recovered, but fouls committed, and that's his second. So expect Saito to start out the second period. Terrazono with a jumper, gets away. He knew Ito couldn't really do too much with 2 fouls already. Lead's been cut down to 6. Ito tries to answer back, a little bit too strong. Nice board by Motum, and here comes Shuto once again. Gonna move that ball around, and they get it to Motum. Brock, nice pass. Open 3. Not that time. Motum's there. He's gonna get denied. Harimoto, though, will be called for the personal. 16.4 seconds remaining, so definitely Nagoya will take the last shot, but a chance here for Brock Motum. Little head and shoulder fake just to get the defender up. And now he's on the line to cut this lead down even more. Harimoto will be replaced. Cody Clark back in action. They want his offense here for the final 16 seconds. Motum's going to get that one to drop. Second coming up. Will miss. Scott to the board, and here comes Cody. Hokkaido has one more foul to give. Let's see if they try to use it. There's that foul. 3.9 seconds remaining in the first period. Shuto double checking. He says, okay, we got no more fouls to give, so we got to play things straight up. That's good use of the foul, though. Both these teams have actually used their fouls quite well. Clark. Clark's got to make his move. Turns around. That's not going to drop. Job done defensively here by Levanga, but still, at the end of the first 10 minutes of action, we've got Nagoya on top by 5, 24-19. Welcome to the second period here, coming to you from Dolphins Arena. The Nagoya Dynamo Dolphins lead by 5, 24-19. Wanted to make it back-to-back here as Endure stops from the free throw line. Will be a little strong there. Nice tap from the back by Parks. Cody Clark will give it up. Endure with the slam. That all started from the defense of Ray Parks. And the lead's back up to 7. Sean Long finds Motum. They go inside. Good defensive reaction here by Nagoya. Motum almost lost it. Eventually will. Parks with another steal. Held up by Endure. And a foul is going to be called there by Shuto. Not the way you want to start out the second quarter. Look at that tenacious defense being shown by Parks there. Then Endure from the blind side to tap it. Dropping to the floor there was Seiga Sakamoto. Sakamoto's only 23 years old. So they're trying to break him in little by little. But he's got good teachers. Definitely Takumi Saito and Tatsuya Ito. There's Sean Dennis saying that should have been an unsportsmanlike foul. So he's going to challenge this. You understand his point of view, but at the same time, you know, with your team up here, everything going your way, you don't want to slow down the momentum. But of course, if he does win this challenge, if it does become an unsportsmanlike foul, that's going to be 2 free throws plus possession. Watch this one here. Well, clearly, Shuto Terrazono was really not going for the ball there. And then, he tugged at Seiga to push him down. And very quickly, you see there Cody Clark in the background saying, that's an unsportsmanlike. But sometimes coaches would want to use it for a more crucial time, especially if this game turns out to be close in the third or fourth quarter. But again, Sean Dennis says, I want to use my challenge here. You have 1 per game. That's Coach Sako Kinichi talking there to Shuto saying, you might be called for 1 there. You should have tried to curl a little bit more to try to make contact with that ball. And it's a sportsmanlike foul, so I guess you'll have to say it was a good call to use the challenge. Now they're just hoping that they get the full points here. They get the full 2 shots and they score in the possession. Sakamoto now on the line. Coach Sako talking to the referees, trying to get a little confirmation, but it was clear. And there was really a review. So that wasn't a call that the referees just made with the naked eye. First is down there for Seiga. Sakamoto's not going to make the second. He apologizes there to his teammates. So if they score here, at least they got 3 points off that challenge. If they don't score here, Coach Sean Dennis might be second-guessing himself. Especially if this game is close. But they're going to score inside. Cody Clark. Nice curl. And a nice find there by Endure. And the lead is back up to 10, 11 points now in the contest here. They're going to help out the photographer. He says he's okay. You hope he didn't hit his head. Cody Clark quickly went out to his starting point guard. Remember, Saito is very critical to their team. A photographer with a nice smile there says he's okay. And back to the action. A minute gone here in the second. Bit of swarming defense up high. It's going to be a travel called on Ryoma. More oftentimes than not, coaches will say the moment you see the double, you have to have a teammate free. So release it not just necessarily to the open teammate, but give it out to a teammate, and that teammate could find the open shot. Endure on the outside. Playing point forward. Finds Clark. On the outside, Saito all by his lonesome. Misfires. The tap goes to the wrong individual. Here comes Takahashi. Gives it to Ryoma. On the outside, Murphy for three. Overshoots. Nice offensive rebound here. And they're going to get another crack at the basket. An offensive foul is going to be called there on Long. That's going to be the second here on Sean Long. He doesn't like it, but the call's going to stick. Well, he wasn't set, but at the same time, he made a lot of contact there with Parks because there was a slight nudge by Endure behind him. They might be able to challenge this one, but I don't think they are, as Dwight Ramos will come back into the ball game with his team trailing by 10. Little bewildered look there in the face of Coach Sako. Woody Clark. That's too easy. You can't allow him to get to his spot. He's now got 13 points. Remember, he scored a scorching 36 yesterday. So he's definitely on target. They try to go inside, helping out. Looks like Parks might be called for that one. That's going to be number 2 on Ray Ray. He was just a fraction of a second late. Watch it here. He knew exactly what was happening. If he got there just a fraction of a second earlier, that would have been a clean steal, but he did make some body contact. So Parks has started today. We'll have to take a seat. We might not see him until the third period. But the team is more than capable of holding down the fort. Coming in for the first time is Tsukasa Nakano, one of the new players brought in here by Coach Sako. They actually brought in 5 new members for 2022-2023 from the wing. That's a good basket. He just checked in and he hits that 3. He's going to cut the lead down to just 9. But again, Endure. Falls away, will miss. Dwight Ramos to the board. Pushes it forward right once again, and now they'll set their offense. 2-man game here with Motum. Motum though goes deep, and here comes Alex Murphy. Ramos still keeps it. He'll get his own miss and overshoot. Nahigashi to Clark. Now Endure. Saito. Boy, Ramos sniffed out exactly what the plan was, but just couldn't get up that high. Watch this. Ramos knew exactly what was going to happen, but getting much higher is Endure. So a foul is going to be called there on Dwight. Good sportsmanship there shown by Brock Motum as he knocks Saito down. They're gonna say in the act of shooting was Maurice Endure. 2 free throws coming up here. He's gonna make the first. Maurice Endure, 30-year-old center out of Senegal. Trying to make this lead get back up to double digits. He does. It's now an 11-point advantage here by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Ramos will give it up. Murphy trying to get past Endure. Couldn't. Here's Nagano. Almost lost it and eventually does. Saito holding on to it. And he'll be fouled there as he attacked the basket. He had players on the left and on the right. Opted to hold on to it. There's actually a foul there on that swipe. Referees missed it. That's the foul they called. Timeout will be called here. It's still an 11-point advantage enjoyed by the hosts, Nagoya. First free throw here for Takumi Saito. Now a 12-point lead. The biggest lead in the ball game here for Nagoya. They've actually led from the very beginning. It's at 13. That ties the biggest lead in the ball game. Hokkaido already in the penalty with so much time remaining. Still 6:30 to be played. Nice no-look pass, but Murphy not able to hang on to it. Tried to find Brock Motum. That should have been an easy layup there for Alex. Those are the subtle things that can really tilt the balance in terms of coming out with a victory or a loss. Almost a travel. Referees let it go. Forced shot, not gonna work. And here comes Nagoya once again. Let's see if they try to get something going towards the basket. Their opponents are in the penalty. Saito kicks it back. Endure, easy slam there. And the lead is now at 15, at 37-22. And even more chance of defense here from the fans at Dolphins Arena. They want more. They want another route. But Murphy says, nope. That's going to quiet the crowd down a little bit. As he knocks down that three. Only one team foul for Nagoya. Endure. They swing it. Nakahigashi. Back to Endure. A whole lot of time still under shot clock. And now, Clark will make his move. Goes to the fadeaway. Not going to work. Pretty good defense put up that time by Levanga Hokkaido. They've got to score. They're still down by double digits. Telegraph pass there. It's going to be another steal, another turnover. Trying to finish strong, but a foul is going to be called there. And Dwight Ramos, you see how frustrated he was. He was the one who gave up that turnover. And the youngster, fearless, as Sakamoto took it straight. 4:51 remaining here before the halftime break. As we get to this technical timeout. A very boisterous crowd here at the Dolphins Arena, and why not? Their Nagoya squad has made them happy since yesterday, actually. 2 points now here off that second free throw here from Seiga Sakamoto coming off the bench. You can see Sean Dennis has a lot of confidence in this young 23-year-old, giving him as much playing time as he possibly can. There have been a couple of games that he's actually started. He's in addition here to Nagoya, together with Maurice Endur, actually the only two new players introduced here by Coach Sean Dennis. Ryoma back in action. Dwight had to track that one down. Open three, Motum, yes! That's gonna cut the lead even further, as a timeout will be called here by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Sean Dennis, again, needs to talk to his troops. Coming off that timeout, let's see what Coach Sean Dennis has diagrammed. They try to look for Cody Clark. Cody Clark, a little bit too strong on that putback, but we're staying here on this end of the floor. Are they going to try to challenge here? Looks like they're going to change the call. So no challenge needed. Nice look there at number 7, Tsukasa Nakano. He came in at the start here of the second period and scored a 3. Look at that swarming defense once again. Ito with a handoff. Quickly launching and hitting. An assist here for Ito. He found his wing that wide open. He's got two wings that can actually shoot. Suda on one end and Nakahigashi on the other. Back up to a 14-point lead. It's going to be an offensive foul called here. There's a little shove. And that's why coaches will sometimes teach you to use that chicken wing. You might not be able to be, referee might not be able to see that chicken wing, but you know, if you actually extend your arm and push, that's crystal clear. Clark. Nice find inside. Suda almost traveled. And eventually he'll miss that shot. Gotta get inside. Ryoma's gonna come up short. Etherton with the board. It's picked up. It's a 4-on-2 break. But they're not gonna rush the issue. Harimoto left open from the corner. Back rims that one. That's a nice pass. Rebound and a touch pass to Scott Etherton. Scott slams it through, and now it's a 16-point advantage at 44-28. Under 3 minutes to be played. Ryoma, nice find. No, it's not a nice find. Here comes Suda with another steal. Suda to the corner. Harimoto. The second time is not a charm. There's another. That's basket and one. Look at that. Ito saw that his teammate was open, hardly even came down with the basketball, rifled the pass straight into the paint. Watch this one. The tap, the pass, the foul, and the basket and one opportunity here. Everything working now for Nagoya. Two minutes, 41 seconds remaining. Sean Long checks in. All of this happening with Ray Parks on the bench, nursing two personal fouls. Cody Clark will now be replaced. They want him fresh for the second half. Again, different strategies by different coaches. Some coaches will leave Cody Clark in there because he's doing so well, number one. And number two, with a 19-point lead, you can bring this up to about 23-24 and essentially end the game. Ito there wanted to make sure that before he issued the pass, it could not be stolen. In that fraction of indecision, made him step on the baseline. Turnover story for this game. Already 10 for Levanga Hokkaido. Only 2 for Nagoya. Wow, they played near perfect. Dwight Ramos trying to fall away. Will miss. The tap will go to Ito. Ito. Quick spin. That's going to drop. And that lead is now at 21, at 49-28. What has Nagoya done wrong? Hardly anything. They've been getting the good bounces as well at the rim. They go to the corner. Ryoma for 3. That'll stay down. And you can see Sean Dennis not happy. There was no rotation to the corner. Harimoto inside. People forget that Harimoto is actually 6'6". And he's agile. 20-point lead once again. Ramos. Feels he can take Endure. Dwight Ramos will be fouled. Let's see if that's going to be called a shooting foul. Only the second team foul. Well, there was no gather yet. Nice look there at Coach Sako. No complaints as they give Dwight Ramos 2 free throws. They say he didn't put the ball on the floor yet. Anymore, rather. Ramos makes the first. Ramos right now with 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. But he does have 2 personal fouls, the same amount of fouls as his counterpart on the other side, Ray Parks. 51-32 is our tally. Exactly a minute remaining. Endure almost lost it. Ito with a floater. No, it's actually a pass. Endure got it and slammed it home. Back up to a 21-point lead. Floater is going to be short. Long gets away for 2. That pass, not going to work. Alex Smith knew exactly what was happening. Let's see if they can put a string of points here. That will help them out. That looked like it was off one of the Dolphins. Good call. 27 seconds remaining here. Shuto, Terrazono coming back in. A chance of defense again. Alex Murphy will kick it out long. Trying to go glass, doesn't work. Maurice Endure, will they try to go for the last shot? Apparently they will. Ito just holding on to it. Remember, Hokkaido's in the penalty. That's a wise move there. Why, you say? Because Tatsuya Ito had nowhere to go. He just threw it up in the air because he saw that Scott Easterton had proper rebounding position. And Murphy's going to pick up a second personal foul. And with Hokkaido in the penalty, 2 free throws coming up here for Scott. Not to mention the fact that there's just 0.4 of a second remaining. Before we end 2 quarters, Scott makes the first. Trying to bring this one back to a 21-point lead, matching their biggest lead of the ball game. And he's up to the task. Time for one final heave that might have counted, but it's going to fall well short. The first half is done here at the Dolphins Arena. And the Dolphins showing the way, up by 21 points, 55-34. Let's go to the action of the first two quarters here. Nagoya got off to a quick start. Ray Parks did, scoring-wise as well. They got off to a 4-0 start, and then they continued to increase their lead steadily all throughout. 14-7, 20-9, 37-22. Endure to Cody Clark. Clark with the left-handed finish there. First quarter would end 24-19, a 5-point lead enjoyed by the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. Dwight Ramos with a coast-to-coast drive here. He would finish with 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. But just too many turnovers. 11 turnovers in all here for Levanga Hokkaido, and only 3 for Nagoya. Parks doing well. Cody Clark doing well. Maurice Endure doing well. And even Scott Etherton, who didn't really play that much. He only played 9 minutes. He would finish with 6 points, 3 rebounds. Everybody contributing here. Easy slam there for Maurice. Ryoma to the wing. Murfield's gonna hit that 3. Another handoff. This time, another assist by Ryoma as he finds Brock Motum for that 3. Hashimoto would finish with 3 assists. That's another assist there for Saito, who would finish with 4. Overall, better field goal shooting. Nagoya shooting 52% as compared to 38%. And that's why they've got the commanding lead at 55-34. The numbers are going to break down those total field goals I just mentioned in 2s and in 3s. From 2-point distance, 54% as compared to 36%. From long distance, 42.9 as compared to 37.5. Though if you look at the number of 3-pointers made, a whole lot more taken and 3 more made by Levanga. Free throw numbers, 12 out of 13, 2 out of 6 for Levanga Hokkaido. Here's that head-to-head matchup that we talked to you about from the top of the coverage. 2 points so far for Nakahigashi. 6 points for Ramos. And there you can see their shooting percentage. But even without the contribution from those two gentlemen, the rest of the squad has picked up the slack. And that's why it's a 19-point lead here enjoyed by Nagoya at the halftime break. Looking at the leading scorers for Cody Clark. Leads his squad with 16 points. That's the graphic you have in your screens. 10 points contributed there by Maurice Endure, and Scott Etherton had 6. Same amount as Parks with 6. And 5 points contributed by Takumi Saito. Scoring-wise this time for the team that is catching up. The visitors, Levanga Hokkaido, led by the 10 points of Brock Motum. Hashimoto has 6. Same amount there as Ryoma. So it's Ryoma, Hashimoto with 6. Dwight Ramos with 6. 5 points contributed there also by Alex Murphy. He had 1 3 as part of that 5. Rebounding story. Endure would have 4. 3 for Nakahigashi and 3 for Scott Etherton. For Hokkaido, Dwight Ramos leads his team rebounding-wise together with Brock Motum with 4 apiece. And Takahashi would have 2. If you're a stickler for numbers, we'll give you some more. We talked about Saito with 4 assists. He was backed up by 3 apiece with Ito and Suda coming off the bench to help out their squad with a couple of dimes. Hashimoto as we mentioned, had 3 assists. Dwight Ramos with 2. And Shuto Terrazona had 1. Checking the rebounding department, not too big of a discrepancy there. 21 rebounds for Nagoya, 19 for Hokkaido. But in the assist department, 14-7. Heavily in favor of the Diamond Dolphins. As we have the third quarter. We're still coming to you from the Dolphins Arena. Squad here of Hokkaido with some catching up to do. That open 3 not gonna drop. .21 lead enjoyed here. That's a nice seal by Endure. And also a pinpoint pass there from Saito. Check that. That was Cody Clark. First team foul on Hokkaido early. Baseline inbound. The pass of Saito straight to Dwight Ramos. Ramos will be credited for that steal. And a foul is going to be called there on Nakahigashi. Nakahigashi will pick up his first personal foul. There's that one steal there. That was really a gift. Motum will give it outside to Takahashi. Takahashi, nice find. Ryoma in the corner. No. Clark is going to pick up that rebound. Three from the outside. Cody Clark is just really on fire here. He's now got 19 points. Remember, he had 36 yesterday. Gonna set things up. Takahashi with possession. Finds Motum. Motum with a floater. That's not gonna drop. Endure with the rebound. And they're off and running. Talking about the Dolphins. Parks. Parks will be fouled. First personal foul there. Going to be called on Takahashi. Now sticking too close. He got caught there like a sandwich. Endure. Inside. Will kick it out. Inside, outside basketball. Results in another 3. It is now 61-34. And they're looking for more. Brock Motum, no look pass. Murphy's gonna miss. That was a gimme. Those gimmies have to go down. Nice rebound there. Parks is gonna pick up a personal and he might have to sit. He clipped Alex Murphy there, and at the same time he also was all over the back of Takahashi. Coach Sean Dennis says, let's roll the dice a little bit. That's a good decision though. Because sometimes if you bring Parks off, he was already sitting for most of the second quarter. When he comes in the fourth, he might just be out of rhythm. That pass, too far out. Endure there with a nice smile. He says, what was I thinking of? He wasn't even looking at the corner. He was way past the corner. One of the few turnovers. That's only turnover number 5 for the Dolphins. Takahashi hoists the 3, will miss. Here comes Nakahigashi. That's a nice seal there. Basket and one opportunity. Cody Clark knew exactly what he wanted to do. The moment he picked up that basket, he knew he couldn't be stopped. He had a local on him. Quickly spun. Watch it here. Good recognition there by Nakahigashi. He just turned. He said, I can take Takahashi all day. Alex Murphy a little bit late to recover. And they paid the price. Trying to make it now a 30-point lead. It's not going to drop. It's going to stay at 29. But still, that's the biggest lead in the ball game. Nice spin there. It's still not going to work. Alex Murphy missing from point blank range. Parks for three. Bang! And that's going to extend the lead up to 32. A timeout will have to be called here by Hokkaido. They're getting blown off the court. And you can hear the fans here at the Dolphins Arena asking for even more defense, despite the fact that their team is up by 34 points. They won yesterday 107-83. And it looks like it might just be another blowout victory here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins as they look to climb up the standings. With a win here today, they will move to 6-2. Foul's going to be called there on Saito. Murphy on the outside. Now Ryoma Hashimoto. Puts that one. It's not going to drop. Nice tip in there by Brock Motum. Nice pass. And Ray Parks will get away with another basket inside. A much better scoring night for Parks. He's got 11. Not to mention the fact that he's got 3 boards. Nice attack there inside, attacking the defense of Parks. Alex Murphy realizes that Ray has got 3 personal fouls. Nice swing, another 3 here. Parks delivers another 3. And it turns out to be a good decision to leave him on the floor, as he has contributed 2 threes and a basket inside that paint for a total of 8 points here in the third period. 71-38 is our tally. It is now 73-38. And I guess we can say the rout is officially on. Dwight Ramos gets stuffed there up high by Parks. Cody Clark with the easy layup. And another timeout will have to be called here by Hokkaido. This has just ballooned out of proportion. It is now 75-38 with still half a quarter to be played here in the third. Oh, the fans here at Dolphins Arena want even more. Dwight Ramos with a nice pass there up high. And Sean Long will slam that through. One of the few moments that I've had here that you could call bright spots for Hokkaido. It has really been all Nagoya. Harimoto was looking to drop that one. He's going to have to settle for 2 free throws. Tenketsu Harimoto, 30-year-old, small forward. At 6'6", can really put that ball on the floor. Harimoto's going to make both, and it's now back up to a 36-point lead. Highest was at 37. That was at 75-38. Coming in for the first time is Daniel Nana. Parks will pick this one up and will come closer. High off the glass, short. Nice rebound there by Long. Almost a nice save, but look at the effort here being shown by Ito. And this is the squad that is up right now by 36 points. Just shows you why they're in the lead. They're not giving up on anything. Trying to save that for his teammates if he possibly could. Hokkaido now in the penalty with still 4:43 to be played. That's going to slow down this third period. Checking back in, number 66, Yuta Matsushita, the 23-year-old. Another steal. Scott Etherton to the wing. Suda for 3. That's going to drop. And it's now a 39-point advantage. And they're not stopping. Nice look there at Daniel Dan Nana. Harimoto will be called for a personal there. Kikuchi is going to check in for the first time. That's Manato Kikuchi, the 33-year-old. So he's getting some burn here. Cody Clark will be rested. Endure is on the bench. And now Nagoya also in the penalty. So this third quarter might be a long one, despite the big lead. Because of the fact that both these squads are in the penalty too early. Nana makes the first. Second one will drop as well. Nice release pass. There's a little pressure being shown here by Hokkaido. Scott Etherton brings it inside. Tries to kiss it off the glass. A little bit too strong. Ramos. Up against Kikuchi. Nice seal. Long. That's not going to drop. He's continuing to work, but a foul is going to be called. That's going to mean 2 free throws once again here for Hokkaido. Long has been on the floor for about 12 minutes and he's contributed 4 points, 3 rebounds. But in the first half, he picked up 2 quick fouls, and so he has really not seen too much playing time. Sudo will pick up the personal there. And as we mentioned, this third quarter has come to a grinding halt. Under 4 minutes to be played. 3:54 to be exact. Split from the line there. Let's see if Hokkaido can come up with a mini run here to end the quarter. But Suda's gonna put up a 3 and hit another one. And it's back up to a 39-point advantage. Ramos will now try to slow things down. They don't need to rush. It's a one-ball game here. Nana gets away inside. Alex Murphy chiding his squad. Let's go, let's go. They feel they can do it. But with a foul like that, that will stop the clock and again give Scott 2 more free throws. Well, you have to laud the effort. Ramos is going to pick up his 3rd personal foul. Coach Sako leading him in. Nice look there at Daniel Nana. There were a few games here this season where he played a whole lot more than Alex Murphy. Alex Murphy now getting the call from his coach. Some more chance of defense. Dwight Ramos will miss. There's a putback there by Long, who's working doubly hard here. Suda for 3. Will misfire on that one. That's an early attempt. No complaints there from Coach Sean Dennis. Suda is one of his top 3-point shooters. But more than anything else, he says no fouls. That was a shove. Ramos for 3. Offline there. The tap goes to Ryoma. Back to Dwight. Ryoma. Hashimoto's gonna come up short. Harimoto with a rebound. Harimoto showing us his dribbling skills, saying I can play point forward if you just give me the opportunity. Ito inside. .213 still to be played. Just some substitutions coming up here. Ito there grabbing onto Nana just to make sure that he's able to cushion his fall. Nice steal there by Dwight. Dwight, will he slam it through? Yes, he does with 2 hands. Dwight Ramos still fighting despite the big deficit. Ito kicks it out. Extra pass. Kikuchi for 3. That rattles out. Long with the rebound. Showing a lot of pride here is Hokkaido. And scoring there is Shuto. That's going to cut the lead down here to 33. That's the mini run we were looking for. Missed shot. Etherton on the outside. Back to Suda. Suda has been taking a whole lot of shots here in the 3rd. Here he is once again. Trying to go to the corner. Last touch on Suda. Good defense put up there by Daniel Dan Nana. Here's his attack once again. Wanting to score once again is Hokkaido. Complete this run of theirs here to end the 3rd period. The pass was too late. Daniel Nanano was open just for a fraction. And there's another slam here from Scott, increasing that lead once again. Under a minute to be played here in the third. Nice save. Suda to Scott. Scott will try to barrel his way in. Basket and one opportunity there. And that's going to be foul number 4 on Dwight Ramos. Watch it here. Dwight, the last line of defense. That could have been a charge. But the referees will call that foul as Dwight says, look up at the big screen. And I was just standing there. He ran over me. And he was pointing to the spot where he was standing. That was not just a step away from the no charge zone. It was actually 2 steps away. But again, the call's been made. Scott Easterton now on the line, looking to complete a 3-point play. And does. And that lead is back to 38. Scott Easterton now with some 13 points. Pretty good contribution coming off the bench. He also has 5 boards and 1 assist. Dwight playing on borrowed time. Nice pocket pass. That's going to work. Assist there is going to go to Dwight Ramos. Ramos will pick up assist number 5. And Long has really come alive here in the third. The problem is, so has the entire Dolphins squad. Third personal foul going to be called there on Harimoto. Long now has contributions of 9 points, 5 boards, and an assist to boot. He's now in double digits scoring-wise. Difference of about a second from the game clock and the shot clock. And Ito says we're going to use every single second of this one. If they take a shot at the last 2 seconds, it's not going to give Hokkaido a chance to be able to come back on the other end. 3 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Ramos will be replaced. We're not quite sure if he will be fielded back in here by Coach Sako. Coming in is number 11, Ryota Sakurai. Scott goes inside. That's going to drop there. And one final 3-point play opportunity here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins. That was a well-run play. Scott Easterton looked like he was going up to the free throw line and then suddenly cut. Third personal foul going to be called there on Long. Sean Dennis is complaining about something. Maybe he should realize that the score is heavily in his squad's favor. Murphy, one final heave. Good line. It's going to come up well short. And that's going to be our final score here at the end of 3 quarters. 91-54 is our tally. We got the fourth period here. Really, just a formality more than anything else. A one-ball game here. But let's see if Hokkaido can make this respectable. They lost yesterday by 24, 107 to 83. And they're down by a lot more now. That basket though by Shuto will help out their cause. Suda hits and he answers that three there. Actually, it's only a 2 for Hokkaido, so now they're trading 3s for 2s. Not the recipe for success. There's Suda who just hit that 3. Wow, Coach Sean Dennis is really not messing around. Starting out this fourth period, they were up 91 to 54. And this is essentially his starting lineup. He does have his backup point guard, Tatsuya Ito, inside. Scott Etherton is there. He was not a starter, but a usual starter for Coach Sean Dennis. Just not today. Clark. That will rim out. One of the few misses that Cody has had here. Clark already has a total of 25 points. Yesterday, he had a big 36. Just about a minute gone here as we took a look at this piece of action. Clearly a shove there from Scott Etherton. First team foul here for Nagoya. They go outside. Murphy. Shuto. They go to the wing. Now inside to Long. Shuto feels that one. And he just realized that the shot clock was winding down. He put it up, but he was a fraction too late. Ray Parks is going to check in. And I think Cody Clark's day is done. And rightly so. In fact, it might be good to get some of the other players some playing time. You can also rest Ray Parks. He's done well for his squad already. But Cody Clark still in the ball game. They have brought in the youngster, Seiga Sakamoto. Clark, a little bit too strong that time. Good transition defense here by the boys in red. And Alex Murphy will score. They're trying to inch closer, but here's Cody Clark. That pass should have been straight to the individual because that's a catch and shoot situation. Takaigashi had to really reach out for that one and eventually lost it. 2 minutes gone here, the fourth and final period, just looking and waiting for the final score here at Dolphins Arena. Seiga. Murphy just scored earlier. Finds Long. Nice up and under move. Shuto will misfire. Scott picks it up. Now they can use some clock. They really don't need to score. They want this ball game to end. It's a W anyway. Not a good pass. Cody Clark was not yet set up, was not yet waiting for the pass, and Etherton issued it already. And now the turnovers are starting to pile up here for Nagoya. But again, it doesn't really matter at this stage. Terrazono for three. That rattles out. Scott with the board once again. Scott now has 6 rebounds. Seiga trying to force the action. Doesn't get it back from Cody. Now eventually does, but the pass a little too high once again. If that pass was just slightly lower, that would have been a layup there for Sakamoto. So count another turnover as their starting point guard, Ryoma Hashimoto, is coming back in here for Levanga Hokkaido. And so is Dwight Ramos. I guess they don't really want to go to the bench. You're our starters. You got us into this problem. Try to bring us closer. Another one of their starters, Koyo Takahashi, is checking back in. Ramos facing two. Will give it up. Hashimoto back to Ramos. And now they're wisely using clock. No need to take early shots. Murphy inside. Lays that one through. 94-60 is our tally. Still an imposing 34-point lead. Sega gets it back. He should be attacking at the 8-second mark. And here comes Cody Clark. He'll do that. And score. Clark now with 27 points to go with 5 rebounds. But the fans of the Dolphins have not stopped from the opening tip. That's going to drop there for Takahashi. But at this stage, they're just trading baskets. Parks to Sega. We'll get it back to Ray. Ray turns the corner. Puts up a shot from 14 feet and hits. Just some more icing on that cake here. 5-second violation. Good defense there by Parks. 5:28 still to be played in this one. And a 36-point advantage by the home squad. The boys in red. They're seeing blood here. Just like what they did yesterday when they won 107-83. Kikuchi's gonna check back in. And the fans are loving it. Why not? Their team will win 2 straight games here at Dolphins Arena. Running away. Parks. No look pass. Finds Endure. And he's gonna get another assist. That's gonna be assist number 1 though. For Parks, he also has 4 rebounds. But he's scoring a whole lot more today. Long will bring it out. Takahashi. A little bit of indecision. Murphy from the outside. That's not going to drop. And now I think Sean Dennis is going to start to go to his bench. Parks picks up his dribble. Gives it back out. Sega will come up short there. Ryoma trying to force the issue. We'll get it back. Long kicks it out. Takahashi had no space. Hashimoto forces this one up. It rattles out. Another rebound by Parks. That's rebound number 6. Foul's going to be called here, and that is going to bring us to this technical timeout. An official timeout after the 5-minute mark of the 2nd and 4th periods. That's going to be foul number 4 on Takahashi. We'll be back for the final moments of this matchup in just a bit. Right now, Hokkaido has only scored 2 points while Endure just checked back in. He scores right after that break to make it 102 to 62. That's a 40-point advantage. Yesterday, Levanga scored 83 points. They're not going to get there here today. While Nagoya scored 107 yesterday, they just might. Well, they should, all things considered. Dwight Ramos takes a long three. Won't work. And here's Sega. I think the instruction is use clock first. Kikuchi. Inside to Endure, and a foul is going to be called there on Nana. Both teams are far from the penalty. There's the hold on Nana. Still an imposing 40-point edge. It's a one-ball game here for Nagoya as they will improve to 5-2. Levanga, on the other hand, as we see Sega miss, will drop to 2-6. Here's Ramos once again, trying to get his points. He'll get 2. Ramos now in double digits. He's got 10 points, 4 boards, and 5 assists. Sega will hit. He's been looking for his points all throughout. He finally is going to get one here. He's going to have a total of 5. Ryoma to the wing. And Motum will score. Not exactly the best output for Motum. He's got 15 points. He does have 5 boards and 1 assist. Save goes to Motum. Here's Takahashi. Back to Motum. Extra pass. Takahashi open 3. No. Nana taps it to Dwight and they say let's reset. We got a brand new 14 to use. As we approach the 2-minute mark, Motum will launch another 3 and hit. He's got 2 threes here in their last 2 possessions. As we now enter the final 2 minutes. No doubt who's going to win this one. And a basket and one opportunity here. Foul's going to be called on Nana. And heading to the free throw line here. Watch it here once again. Looking to add even more points. There was definitely contact there. Now Sakamoto on the line to complete a 3-point play to bring his total to 8. It does get to 8. Ramos again, bring it up. Harimoto right in front of him. There's that defense. They send a double up high. Ramos, step back 3. Back rim on that one. That's good boxing out that time from Kikuchi. Nana couldn't get to it. 1.5 minutes remaining. Total domination here from the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins as they pick up back-to-back victories here this weekend, winning yesterday 107-93. And let's wait for the final scoreline here. But they're already at 107. That's a nice block by Nana. They go inside and the defense just didn't recover after that block. They thought that they were able to clear the board. Foul's going to be called there. 2 free throws coming up here for Hokkaido. Foul's going to be called there on Toshihiro Nakatsuka. The 36-year-old given some burn here. Ryoma on the line, trying to add to his tally. He's got 6 points, make that 7. He does have 1 rebound and 6 assists. So maybe time for 2 more possessions before we call it a day. Again, we'd like to invite you this early for the Wednesday encounter. We have a game on Wednesday, and that's going to be Nagoya. The Nagoya will go right back onto the floor before the international break. The B-League will be stopping action for about 2 weeks because of the FIBA international window as we lead into the FIBA World Cup, which will be held in 2023, and that edition will be co-hosted by the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. Japan has qualified by virtue of being the host, so as the Philippines. Indonesia, unfortunately, falling short, and so they will host, but their team will not be in action. One final attempt here for Hokkaido, and then I can expect, as Motum hits, we're gonna have Nagoya just dribbling this out. They're gonna have to take a shot though, because there's a 2-second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. Let's see what Coach Sean Dennis opts to do. Does he take the turnover? They're gonna launch a 3 and miss. Nana with the rebound. They're not even gonna try. And that's gonna be our final score here, 112-77. Back-to-back blowout victories here for Nagoya. Yesterday it was 107-83. Today it's 112-77. Job well done here for the Dolphins as they continue to stay at the top half of the brackets. As you can see the quarter scoring. The fourth quarter was actually won by Hokkaido by 2. But a very big second and third period, 31-15 and 36-20. That really did Hokkaido in. We're going to be hearing from Coach Sean Dennis in a bit and some of the stars. Wondering who they're going to be interviewing. Quite possibly Cody Clark. He had a very good performance here today. Maurice Endur also came up with 14 points. Cody Clark, of course, finished with 27. Ray Parks, decent numbers also with 16. Scott Eatherton coming off the bench, contributed 15. So they do have a lot of choices. As we have the Hokkaido squad thanking the fans for their support here. Of course, they were cheering for the Dolphins primarily, but they did have a small section there of Levanga fans that have traveled here to the Dolphins arena. And as they make their exit, this is now the time for the Dolphins to shine in front of their fans. Again, it's customary to be able to, for the teams to talk to their fans in the stadium before they eventually make their exit, win or lose. And now they wait first for the visiting squad to make their exit. And now all the attention will be on the Dolphins and their big victory here, winning 112-77. A lot of them players still hydrating. They performed so well here this weekend. No look pass there from Ito. Quick release by Suda, knocking that one down. There's Suda once again. Suda didn't finish the game here for his squad, but scored a lot. Suda contributed 12 points here, 4 out of 7 from the field. He also had 2 rebounds and 4 assists. So maybe, after showing that graphic, they might just have a nice little chat there with Suda. But first, let's hear from Coach Sean Dennis.
それではまずはショーン・デニスヘッドコーチからコメントをいただきたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
皆さんこんにちは。Today was much more like our brand of basketball, and in particular the third quarter was very important to come out and really make sure we didn't slip backwards, and we felt that had been one of our weakest quarters so far this season. So well done to the team on a great effort to come out after half-time and really put the game away.
本当今日はうちらしいバスケットができたと思っています。特に3クォーター出だし、最近は3クォーターがちょっと課題になっているとこ、そこをうまく出てきていいクォーターになったっていうのはすごく良かったと思います。
We have one more game in the B.LEAGUE to complete October, and it's against Kyoto, and it won't be easy. We're very determined to make sure we finish this month 7-2, and I think that puts us in a good spot moving forward. And again, thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to seeing you when we're back again against Kawasaki after our break. Arigatou gozaimasu.
10月はあとリーグ戦1試合ですが、京都に勝って7勝2敗で11月を迎えたいと思っています。いつもサポートありがとうございます。
ショーン・デニスヘッドコーチありがとうございました。さて、名古屋ダイヤモンドドルフィンズ今までのホームゲーム
It was very clear there what he said, echoing what we mentioned, that this coming Wednesday we will have a Wednesday game. And it's going to be Nagoya up against Kyoto. That's going to be their final game here in October as they take a 2-week break because of the FIBA window. As the Japanese national squad will reassemble, so will the Philippine squad of Gilas Pilipinas as they continue 2 games once again in the November window. Let's see who we're going to hear from. Number 3, Tatsuya Ito. He's surprised. He did so well in relief here of Takumi Saito.
また今日のアシスト数は6アシスト決めました。それでは伊藤選手、まずは今のお気持ちをお聞かせください。
今日もたくさんの応援ありがとうございました。今日1000アシスト達成ということで、今までのチームメイトと、ドルフィンズのチームメイトに、感謝の気持ちでいっぱいです。
改めて伊藤選手、今日の試合を振り返っていかがでしたでしょうか。
そうですね、前節の、横浜戦でも、2戦目が、課題になったので、そこは今日、改善できたなと、思っています。また水曜日、すぐ、試合が来るので、僕たちはしっかり準備して、しっかりまた勝てるように、頑張りますので、引き続きたくさんの応援よろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございます。ということでこの時間本日 MVP 伊藤達也選手でした。ありがとうございます。さて本日なんですけれども MVP 選手もう一人います。それではもう一人の MVP 選手は
Well, Ito started off by talking about the fact that he thanked the fans for all their support. They always do that. He said, my teammates performed so well and I'm glad to be a part of this win here. He said, last year, remember, we lost the game against Yokohama, and because of that loss that they had, they've carried that burden all throughout the off-season. And so right now they said they're going to come up with a good start, and so far that's exactly what they have done. We showed you some highlights a while ago of Yutaro Suda, and now we're going to hear from Yutaro.
今のお気持ちをお伺いできますでしょうか。
はい、昨日なかなか苦しい試合で、 最後スパークできたんですけど、今日は昨日の改善点をしっかりとチームで乗り越えるっていうところでみんなで話し合って入った試合だったので、そこは全員でクリアできたかなというふうに思います。はい、
これだけの得点差しっかりと広げることができたんですけれども、その勝因の理由、勝因の要因はいかがでしょうか。
勝因です、
はい、勝利の要因ですね。失礼しました。
本当に僕たちは誰が出ても強度が落ちずに、すごくいいバスケットができるっていうところが強みなので、本当にその自分たちの強みが、すごく出せた試合だったかなと思うので、これからいろんなことありますけど、このチーム全員でしっかりと乗り越えてどんどんステップアップしていきたいなというふうに思います。
それでは最後にドルファミの皆さんにメッセージをお願いできますでしょうか。
はい、応援ありがとうございました。次はアウェーで京都戦で、次は11月になっちゃうのかな、ホームゲーム、はい、なんですけど、ちょっと期間は空いちゃうんですけど、また11月川崎戦、たくさん応援していただきたいと思いますので、ぜひ会場に来ていただいて一緒に戦ってください。今日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。 MVP 選手須田選手でした。ありがとうございました。業務連絡です。伊藤選手、須田選手、どちらの推し曲をかけましょうか。譲り合ってますね。
Nice statements once again there from Yutaro Suda as he talked about the fact that he said yesterday we played very well and we won quite convincingly. And so today we gave that same effort and look what happened. They came up near perfect. He thanked the fans once again for the support and he said please support us on Wednesday and in the coming games.
確認しております。さあ、伊藤選手の推し曲が
So
何な
we
んで
should
しょ
be
うか。
having the highlights for you in just a bit and then we're going to break down the numbers.
スタッフが走ってきてくれます。
But some teams actually get some young fans to actually talk
間
to
違いないでしょうか。
their favorite player.
OK ですね。はい、こちらを聞きながら、ドルファミの皆さんを
They
送っ
did that
ていただきます。また
in the
新
match
型
we
コロナウイル
covered.
ス
Let's see
感
what
染拡大
happens
防止の
today.
観点から選手のハイタッチを行いません。何卒ご了承いただきますようお願いをいたします。
That's what they did over in
それで
Chiba.
は選手の皆さんよろしくお願いいたします。
Well, no, they're going to close proceedings here. And so the fans will say one final goodbye here before seeing their squad return to the floor on Wednesday, where they will face Kyoto. As we bring you some of the highlights, Ray Parks off to a good start here. He only scored 2 points yesterday. Today, he would finish with a much better scoreline, but in the end, Ray has always been about not individual scoring, not individual contributions, as long as the team wins. And today they won once again, and they won big. Cody Clark led all scorers with 27 points. Parks did back him up with 16. 15 also for Scott Eatherton. Scott Eatherton came off the bench. Here is Dwight Ramos going coast to coast. Ramos would finish with double digit scoring wise. He also had 4 rebounds and 5 assists. Here's Cody once again. Hands it off to his trailing teammate Endor with an easy slam. Looking at the assist department, 33 assists for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, 16 for Levanga. So not just doubling up, they have one over. 33 to 16 steals, 9 steals for Nagoya, only 4 for Levanga. Rebounding department was quite even, 41 to 39 with a slight advantage for Nagoya. But really, it was a shooting percentage once again. 56% as compared to 40% total. Well, if a team shoots 16% better than you from the field, chances are you're going to go down with a loss. Points in the paint, look at this, 56 to 36 in favor of Nagoya. Turnover numbers, just 11 here for Nagoya, 17 committed by Hokkaido. We're going to show you some more numbers a little bit later on, but once again, Cody Clark here off that touch pass from Ito. Ito would finish with 6 assists. At the halftime break, it was 55-34. Here's Cody Clark from way downtown. And then Endure finds Nakahigashi for another three. So to open up the third period, already up 21, they hit back-to-back threes. And then you could say the rout was on. Ray Parks adds a three of his own. Dwight Ramos tried to do everything by his lonesome. Found an open teammate there. No look pass to Alex Murphy. Murphy would finish with 11 points. Ramos, as we talked about, finished with 5 dimes. And then Cody Clark once again in the open court. Just too much firepower here today. Another assist there. Long had a pretty good scoring night. He also contributed 5 assists. But again, albeit in a losing effort. Third period ended 91-54 in favor of Nagoya. They actually led from wire to wire. Here's Dwight Ramos with a two-handed slam. One of the few times that you can say they've had a highlight here this afternoon. Scott Etherton finds the open Suda. Suda just launched and hit. Nice behind the back pass there from Parks. Endure rolls properly to the basket, and here, one-man effort. Not gonna work there. Harimoto got denied, but they're gonna get the rebound. He gets the pass, and he puts it through. That's gonna bring us to our final score here. 112 for Nagoya, 77 for Levanga. So back-to-back victories here for the home squad as they improve to 5-2 overall. We have now the numbers broken down from 2-point distance and 3-point country. 58% as compared to 48% there from 2, and from 3-point distance 52% as compared to 28%. That is a huge discrepancy. Look at that, only shooting 9 out of 32 attempts. Free throw numbers, not really too much of a difference maker here for Levanga. They got to the line 13 times, making 8, but on the other side, 21 free throws awarded here to Nagoya, and they made 17 for an 81% clip. We talked about the turnover numbers, just 11 here for Nagoya. Hokkaido, just too many turnovers, especially in the first half, and that led to the big margin in the first 2 quarters of play immediately. Plus 20 there for Nagoya with the points in the paint, and bench points 45-23. Again, another huge advantage here for Nagoya. This is the head-to-head matchup we're looking at. Head-to-head, we can say Dwight Ramos got the better of this matchup, but in the end, the 5 points contributed here by Taito Nakahigashi was really more than enough to be able to sustain this victory, running away 112-77. Let's look at the leading scorers here for both these squads. Nagoya led by 27 points from Cody Clark, 16 from Parks, and 15 from Scott Etherton. On the other side, Motum with 20, 11 for Hashimoto, and 11 also for Alex Murphy. Rebounding story, Endure had 9, 7 for Scott, and Nakahigashi contributed 5. In a losing effort, Motum would have 6 boards, 5 apiece for Murphy and Long. Crunching more numbers in the assists department. 8 assists for Takumi Saito, 6 for Ito, 5 for Endure. And for Hashimoto, he had 6, 5 contributed by Ramos, and Shuto Terrazono had 1. But in the end, it's going to be a victory once again here for the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins as they win this one, 112-77. That's going to do it here for our coverage. In behalf of everybody from the B-League, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Anthony Sutay with the call. We'll see you next time. Take care. Have a good afternoon ahead. God bless.